This boy actually has superpowers. He can cook an egg just by touching it, and even light a candle with just a pinch of his fingers. However, this also caused him quite a bit of trouble. It was his father's birthday, and he had made a card for him by hand early in the morning. But with a loud bang, his scientist father came out, looking disappointed. His experiment had failed again, and this was the 117th failure. So, when the boy handed him the card, his father was still lost in his failed experiment and didn't even notice his son. The boy didn't mind. He just wanted to make his father happy. He decided to throw a birthday party and make a delicious birthday cake for his dad. The first step was to hang the birthday banner, but when he jumped up, he accidentally knocked over his father's potion. It was placed high up on purpose to avoid the boy knocking it down, but somehow, an accident happened. He quickly tried to catch it, but the potion spilled onto his hand. When he went to hang up the banner again, the banner suddenly caught fire. Luckily, there was a water pool underneath, and the flames quickly went out. At this point, he noticed his hands were bright red and quickly dipped them into the water pool. But the temperature didn't drop, the water was boiling. The boy had to use ice cubes from the fridge to cool his hands, but as soon as the ice cubes touched his skin, they melted immediately. Seeing that a lot of time had passed, he needed to hurry and make the birthday cake. He quickly took out the butter and poured it into a bowl, but the remaining wrapping paper was burned to ashes. Next, he cracked eggs into the bowl, but as soon as the egg touched his hand, it was instantly cooked. Fortunately, he was smart enough to use a straw to suck out the egg liquid. Still, his superpowers kept causing problems. When he tried to grab some sugar with tongs, the tongs melted from the heat. He had no choice but to wear heat-resistant gloves, but as soon as he grabbed the sugar, the gloves burned through. Then, he came up with another idea. He would burn a hole in the flour bag. Once he thought he had enough, he closed the bag again. Next, the machine started mixing, and he placed his hands on the oven to preheat it. Finally, he poured the cake batter into the pan, and as he waited, his father suddenly walked in. He froze when he saw the chaos in the kitchen. The boy realized he had caused a mess and quietly lowered his head while pulling out the cake. But when he tried to light the candles, they just melted. At that moment, his father understood everything. The experiment hadn't failed, his son was just trying to celebrate his birthday. So, he picked up the candles, and together with his son, they lit them. They spent a memorable birthday together.